I remember battling for my life. I was in the trenches in that toilet, wailing like a child, like a mere fetus calling out for its mother, clenching onto the towel rack. I felt as if my legs were going to collapse. Even though I was on 2 feet, I knew in my brain I was on 2 feet, but it didn't feel like they were there. They were so numb. It's like my legs did not exist. This is my story of why you should make your trip to the toilet as quick as you can. It became a constant cycle of suffering as I stood up to wipe my bum. TMI, I wipe my bum standing up, okay? I cannot physically, it's too much of a hassle for me to bend over and like scrub my bum. So I prefer standing up, okay? So I stood up. I mentally prepare myself because I know I've been through this before. I know it's all my fault that's happening again. It's like an addiction. It's very unhealthy. So I volunteered myself here so that people don't have to go through the same thing as me. So sorry, it's the worst 5 minutes of my life. I get my piece of toilet paper, and as I said, I mentally prepare myself, and I very carefully get up off the toilet, because by that point, even when sat on the toilet, I could already feel as if my legs were gone. Okay, I couldn't even like move them. So I stand up, and all the weight and pressure from my body was suddenly on those non-existent parts of my feet and leg. And so I stumble. I feel like a blind baby. I stumble, and then my hands find the towel rack, and I clench onto it for dear life. And there I proceed to wipe my bum while I'm like collapsing. It's like some sort of weird interpretive dance I'm doing, holding onto the towel. It's like nasty pole dancing. I was on the towel rack wiping my bum while my legs were shaking like jelly on nothing. And then I realized I had stumbled too far back from the toilet. I could not reach the toilet paper with the stretch of my hand. So I had to crawl physically, not physically because I'm not about to put my hands on the dirty ass floor, but it was like walking on nothing. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. It was like crawling. I made my way to the toilet paper. I kept one hand on the towel rack behind me. I quickly got my piece of toilet paper. This happened like many times. It might have happened 8 times. Sorry, it's all a blur. I can't remember the details properly anymore. But by the time I was done, my feet did not hurt anymore. But the amount of pain and suffering I had to go through to get to that end point, like the light at the end of the tunnel, I don't think I'm going to ever experience something as bad again in my life. And I've experienced a lot of bad things. And as I said, I've been through this before, but never has it been this bad. I advocate for people who spend way too long in the toilet. You know, I've become a mirror image of my parents, although they don't seem to suffer from the same thing. Don't know why. Historically, in this house, we only had one bathroom. So I had to shower a lot of the time. I would shout at my parents as a little child I was. Hey mom, dad, you're taking too much time on the toilet. I have become them. It is no longer them who stays that long in the toilet. It is me and my sister. And funnily enough, my sister doesn't seem to complain about this too, which I find very, very strange. It might just be me. Oh, it genuinely might just be me. In that case, I advocate for myself. I make this video to remind myself of the consequences of staying on the toilet for way too long. Thank you for having me here.